Hey guys, it's Cerulean Jake bringing to you Week 3 of the VGC Pals Draft League Season number 3. Today, we are going against OB and his nameless team. And let me tell you, Week 1 and Week 2 may have been the strongest drafts in the whole draft league, in my opinion. But this one specifically has my number. Man, oh man, it does not matter if I like your draft or not. If you have the counter matchup, then that's it. You got the counter. I've been practicing against this team, and there's just a specific trifecta of Pokemon that is just so perfect against me, and I just can't break it. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but for now, taking a look at his team, he has that ever-present threat of Basculegion sitting in the back, being able to just come in and sweep everything. It is very possible that he's going to lead with it, and I'm kind of hoping he does for a reason that I will show in a moment. But first, going over everything else. Mega Glimmora is his Mega of choice. He does have the Mega Heracross as well as an option, though it doesn't look super great into my team, so I don't think it'll come, and if it does, I mean, I have options for it. I didn't really need to prep for it. Talonflame, Rotom Wash are great general options. The Serena, of course, with an amazing ability, and Zoroark just to throw me off. Diggersby is likely not going to come, but Umbreon does have some pretty great supportive capabilities, and he's very hard to remove. So, some pretty good options here. How am I going to beat this? Well, let's talk about that. Starting things off, we have, once again, Male Meowstic, and this guy has been getting a lot of use, let me tell you. I had done awards at the end of my last season, and this guy is definitely vying for one. He has not held a single item, and he has put in this much work. Well, today, he's holding an item. And that is to say that I may actually Mega Evolve this thing. It is not necessarily my plan to do it, but if I get caught in a bad situation and I lose the Mega that I do intend to use, then actually Mega Meowstic does do pretty well into this team. It is super effective against Glimmora, and if I had decided to spec a little bit more into the special attack, it actually threatens a one-shot. It is a real threat. But I found that the supportive capabilities that Meowstic has to offer is just a little too good to give up, so I've decided that this is what I need to run. Now, I have gone through a multitude of supportive moves, and I did say that it's too good to give up, but I found a lot of them aren't exactly working out. Of course, we have the Fake Out. That is something we're going to want to use, but the last two moves have gone through a lot of different iterations. I've done some weather shenanigans with like Rain Dance. I've done some screen stuff, but ultimately what I've decided is Helping Hand and Thunder Wave are going to be really good because I found I don't have the ability to set up the Swords Dance or Calm Mind or Quiver Dance like I was wanting to. So that puts me missing out on some one-hit KOs. So what I found is that, okay, maybe if we don't have time to set up, what if instead I just click Helping Hand on my partner and then I'm taking KOs for sure? That's kind of the plan with this whole Helping Hand stuff. Thunder Wave is to make sure that I can continue fighting the Speed War even after he sets up a Prankster Tailwind. Not really Prankster, but Gale Wing's basically the same thing. Overall, very generic. Meowstic set. I have EV'd so I can live Basculegion at the very start of the game if he decides to opt to just try to kill my Meowstic. So I'm pretty sure I have a good roll on Wave Crash, and everything else I do just guaranteed live. So we're looking pretty good on that front. Meowstic, pretty good option. Really like it into this team. Not perfect though. So what are we going to back it up with? Well, he's going to be supporting the debut of Mega Skarmory. So, Mega Skarmory is also not the perfect Pokemon. In theory, it does a lot of really good things, but in practice, it has some checks. So what do I mean by that? Well, if I choose to Mega Evolve off the rip in front of a Talonflame, and he decides that he's just going to go straight for aggression and goes for a Flare Blitz, then I just die. And it requires a lot of defense investment to be able to guaranteed live a Flare Blitz when I am Mega Evolved. Now, I do have the option. I could simply opt to not Mega Evolve, and that puts it back in my favor and I can actually live. But if I do that, then this Rock Slide that I have teched onto my Skarmory doesn't kill it. And the reason that that's a problem, you may be saying, oh, well, if it goes for a Flare Blitz, then if you hit a Rock Slide, then it's dead because it took recoil. That is true. However, if I don't get a Flare Blitz to my face and I go for a Rock Slide, then he just gets Tailwind for free, and I didn't kill the Talonflame. So we end up in a really rough situation, and that's not what I'm looking to do. I want to make sure that I at least have like a decent matchup here. So I've been testing out ways that I can get past that, and really it comes down to I just need to call it right. I just need to call what's going to happen. Brave Bird and Ironhead are just kind of general moves that do match up well into his team. Overall, I can't really hit Rotom Wash, which actually does turn out to be one of the biggest problems for my team. Rotom Wash really just walls this thing and is super effective against it. It's a tough matchup, but I mean, it's doable, especially with some other partners that we will see momentarily. Next up, we have the Aegislash. So this is kind of just the backup move. I found that Mega Glamora is actually not super great into my team. And if I end up in a situation where Mega Glamora is still alive, he's positioned himself where Mega Glamora is still going and still hurting my team. In that case, I will have the Aegislash as backup. But if he elects to stop bringing Glamora, then we kind of lose a little bit of the use for the Aegislash because we can't hit a Poltergeist on the Zoroark, so we end up with just Ironheads. Ironhead does kill the Glamora, and the Poltergeist does kill Basculegion. But, I mean, ultimately, I don't think that this is going to be like the end-all be-all Pokemon that is going to hard carry this team. It's mainly just here as backup if something falls. I did also tech on the Rock Slide just in case he is able to preserve that Talonflame. I do think that there's a big chance he might just opt for Charty Berry if he lives after that. I know he will, at least with these two Pokemon, he will live on Charty. So it is possible he'll go for that and then he'll have Acrobatics after that. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure what his sets are going to be because he just has so many options. I don't really know what to do here. Next up is our Volcarona. I've opted to go for a supportive set, but you may be looking at my investment and thinking, well, this is not supportive. What are you talking about? It is. This is a Focus Sash set, which I will show you the items momentarily. The objective with this Volcarona is to make sure that I can match the Tailwind, because I'm typically faster with everything I've got. So if I can match his Tailwind, then that puts me at a great advantage. If I can't, it's a little awkward. I can try to stall out some Protect turns, and I think that's going to be the plan if I can't match it. But ultimately, that is the objective here, is match Tailwind. We can Rage Powder to take attention away from our bigger carries. And if we end up in a situation where the carry is not super at threat, I can go for Struggle Bug, and this has been really helping into the Rotom Wash. Yes, Rotom Wash is threatening a bunch of damage into Volcarona, but with Sash, it's not a huge deal. It also just helps. It'll help into the Zoroark. It will help if he randomly decides to bring Floette. Mega Glamora is not a huge fan of this. So if I end up in a free situation where I actually can do this, then awesome. I don't expect to be able to use Struggle Bug. I expect I'm going to get a Tailwind and then Rage Powder and die. But it's okay, so long as I do my job. Next up, we have Lopunny, and this was actually the last Mon to make the team. I actually don't think that Lopunny is super good into him. I know that he has the Serena, which is blocking priority, so I can't really afford to run too many fake outs. And in practice, the Meowstic fake out was not working out for me. I also can't afford to not have it on the off chance that he's not seeing that. So I've decided that Lopunny, you can come, but it's not going to be fake out. It's going to be close combat and triple axle mainly for the damage, but I have opted for the Facade because Rotom Wash is very well known for running the Will-O-Wisp, and Zoroark Hisui also gets it. On top of that, Talonflame gets it. Suddenly, we're in a situation where he can just burn a lot of my team, and most of my team is physical attackers to begin with. So what Lopunny offers me is I am able to just, if I get burned, I can still at least stay in the action. Facade will do good damage to a lot of his Pokemon. Obviously, I'm wanting to hit a close combat on the Glimmora. Triple Axle doesn't kill Serena. It can with a helping hand, but just off the rip, it doesn't kill Serena on its own. So that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Overall, it's still good to just drop it down to 1 HP if I can get it there. And then if I get burned, we have something we can continue to do. The main thing Lopunny affords me is that in the end game, if I have Lopunny and he has Basculegion, I force him to lock in a water move, assuming that he is Choice Scarfed, which is a very common set for Basculegion. He is Choice Scarf Basculegion. He has to lock Wave Crash or some other water move, because if he doesn't, then Lopunny will be immune to the Last Specs. Which makes perfect way for my final Pokemon. Serperior is joining this roster and likely to come to every single match. What is Serperior exactly offering, though? Well, it's kind of just like the key to this matchup. It isn't the world's strongest Pokemon, and that's really unfortunate because of how important it is to this match. Obviously, it hard loses to Glimmora, so if I have Serperior in the back, which is the plan, I need to make sure that Glimmora is outed. But this thing deals with Basculegion, so long as it's not using Last Specs, it deals with Basculegion really well. It is faster than Basculegion unless it is Choice Scarf, which means if it is doing one of the other sets, like a Mystic Water set, then I'm faster and can hit a Leaf Storm, which, if I am at +2 already, thanks to Contrary, will kill it. Just period, end of story. I also have enough HP that I am eating up all those Wave Crashes. I am eating up all of those Liquidations, Aqua Jets. I will be fine. Really, the goal here is to deal with those troublesome water types. Rotom Wash is another one that I can deal with pretty well. So that's good. We have this as an option, but what else does it do than spam Leaf Storm? Because Leaf Storm is going to get walled out by Talonflame. It's only going to do okay into Glimmora. It's going to get walled out by Serena. So what does this thing do? Well, for things like Umbreon, which I don't think that he's going to bring, but if he does, we have Leech Seed. That thing can be really tanky and really hard to take down, so I'm able to get Leech Seed. I also have leftovers on this thing, so we just sit there, we stall, we heal up, we sap its health. Eventually, we're going to kill it with the Leaf Storm. If we're in a situation where Serperior cannot do a whole lot of damage, such as Talonflame or Serena, then we have Helping Hand to support our partner to be able to kill it. Originally, this was Glare, but what I found is that I was just never using Glare. Anytime I was trying to click Glare was a situation where I had already lost the game. So I think I would rather be in a situation where I can help my partner win the game. I believe that is going to help, especially since I have dropped Sword Stance from both Skarmory and Lopunny. Those were their original sets, were Sword Stance sets. So now not only can I afford to run more coverage on them, But with the helping hand on both Meowstic and Superior, I can usually make sure I have a helping hand at all times. So that's the team. I am not confident in this, like, in the slightest. My prediction of what we're going to see... Sorry about that. I forgot I wanted to go to this screen. So, like I said, my prediction of what we're going to see is we're going to see Basculegion, Glamora, Talonflame, Rotom Wash, Serena, and Zoroark. I think there is a possibility that Floette is going to come to this battle, but I think it would be really bad. So unless Floette is carrying some secret tech, or I'm just really disrespecting base Floette Light of Ruin, then maybe it'll show up, maybe it'll do something. I just don't expect it to. I don't think that it does a whole lot. We saw that with Sylveon, but Sylveon, at the end of the day, I mean, it had Hyper Beam as an option, but it didn't have Light of Ruin, which is a little more attractive. You know, Light of Ruin just seems a little more obvious as an option. I think there's a possibility that we could see Mega Heracross. It's a little awkward into my team, but it does have some random good matchups, so, I mean, we'll see. Overall, not a matchup I'm super confident in. I have practiced this matchup, and the trifecta of the Fire, Water, Grass, Talonflame, Rotom Wash, and Serena, I just have not found a way to break it. I mean, if you guys have any ideas, feel free to post it in the comments. But I have tried a lot of things. I've tried a Trick Room option. I have tried Primarina Calm Mind. I've tried Rain Dance for Primarina. I've tried some Cerulege shenanigans. I've even tried Mamoswine. And it just, none of it works. It just doesn't work. We're going to do our best. Let's get to the battle. All right, we are here. Let's get it. I will hop in here. Ready to battle. All right, what's he got? He has Umbreon over who? No Rotom! Oh my god, that was like the linchpin. I don't know what he's trying to do with Umbreon. It could be scary. I'm just saying that no Rotom is awesome. Okay. In that case, I think we're free to just go, like... We can just go Volcarona plus Skarmory. We go Volcarona plus Skarmory. We get the Tailwind set up. And then in the back, we're looking for Superior. And I think... I mean, Meowstic's still good. Especially since Aegis isn't really doing anything against Zoroark. I'll go Meowstic. It is definitely a little weird. I'm not entirely sure what to think. Let's see. Talonflame Glim. This is exactly the lead I had expected. Now, what he can do here that will kind of screw me over is he can double into the Volcarona. However, I think what I can do here that kind of just screws him over is I can go Rage Powder, because if he tries to Flare Blitz the Skarmory, then it's just not going to work. So yeah, I won't be able to match the Tailwind, but that's fine. We go Rage Powder, plus we go Mega Rock Slide. and we see what he's got. He does go for acrobatics, so I think he's doubling into the Volcarona. So it's acrobatics, which means he's probably no item. Gomora avoided. Okay, so yeah, no item, I think. Gomora avoided, which sucks, but that's fine. Gomora's nasty plot. Here comes Basque. I think since we have somewhat speed control, I think we go Rage Powder. Actually, okay, so weird situation that we're in. I kind of actually just want to protect Skarmory, let it go, and let Volcarona go down. I get a free switch into a Helping Hand. Yeah, that's the idea here. Because I can't kill Gomora with one Iron Head. So I'll go for Tailwind if I can get it, but there's no guarantee, and then we just protect. He goes for Jet, and then he goes for... Ooh, we got a burn. That's sick. I wish I wasn't looking away. I think that was... It had to have been like a Power Gem. And this means if he goes for... If he's locking into Aqua Jet, I feel like it's very likely not Scarfed. Here's the thing. I'm kind of predicting that he goes... I have to cover it, though. I'm kind of predicting that he goes for a Spiky Shield. But I have to cover for it, because if he doesn't... He's not Mega Evolving, I just noticed. Why aren't you Mega Evolving? Huh? Because it's Zoroark. I should have been looking. I was wondering, yeah. Glim gets Nasty Plot? Huh? Damn, you kill even through that. Okay. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to seem stupid. Like, oh, of course Glim gets Nasty Plot. Are you dumb? Okay, so, yeah, it really would have helped if I was looking. Because I actually wouldn't have needed the Helping Hand there. I kill every time. Okay, so this is Gomora. We go again for a Helping Hand. You are burned, so even though Blaster Specs is getting really high in damage, I think it's fine. Bask, burn, 2 effect into Superior. Yeah, I live a Blaster Specs. Here we go. We got Glim. Respects into Skarmory. Now we go for Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm plus Brave Bird, I guess. I guess this reveals Brave Bird, which is lame, but fine. All right, we took game 1, which is good, but we revealed a lot. Okay, so this time I want to go for Meowstic to shake it up. Now, who do we got in the back? Serp almost certainly. And then Volk again. Let's see. Talonflame Umbreon. Once again, gonna go for a fake out. I don't know what Umbreon's trying to do here. So on the off chance that I'm not feeling super threatened here, so on the off chance that I can pick up a, like if he's going to go for a foul play, I'm going to go for Rock Slide in this form. I might be able to get like a weak armor. Umbreon avoided. We got the Talonflame out, which is good. I think he probably went for a Tailwind. Yawn. Okay. Well, that's actually bad now. Well, actually, no, it's not, because I can switch in. Skarmory switching in while not Mega is actually good. What is... Okay, what's my calc here? If I were normal Meowstic, I only do about 50%, but if I Mega the Meowstic here, I have a 37% chance to KO. Alternatively, I can just go for the Para. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go for... Superior does not look great here. Let's go for Volk. Snarl. Okay. He is Spiky Shield. I'm going to go for a Struggle Bug to essentially do the same thing that he's doing to me. I want to get that special attack stat down. Very liable that Volcarona will die here to a Power Gem. But Thunder Wave guarantees that we are going to be able to get into... we're going to be able to get in for a Struggle Bug. I think that might be enough damage. Okay, are you going for the... I guess he's going for Meowstic. You're at 92%. Which means Ironhead has a 68.75% chance to KO. Honestly, I'm just going to go for a Psychic here. Should I pivot back into Skarm? Yeah, let's go into Skarmory. That's a guaranteed kill now with Ironhead. Oof. Yeah, that's some damage. Let's go ahead and just get a Thunder Wave into you. And then I'm going to protect here. Because I think you're going to go for a Spiky Shield. Yep. Oh, well, you're a Dark type there. I mean, I really just didn't have anything to do in that case. I could have swapped, I guess, but whatever. Speaking of swapping, if I can catch a Snarl, which would be awesome, I'm going to go ahead and swap here. And we're going to Mega Ironhead into this slot. Yep, you're going to switch into Basculegion. If you're Sash, I break it. And if you Snarl me, my special attack stat goes up. mean, Skarmory's almost dead. I'm kind of fine with it going down. I'll go for a Brave Bird, get some damage into the Umbreon. Now, Superior, unfortunately, cannot afford going down here. So this does put me in an awkward position. Bask is at 73. If I go in here, then I can para the Bask. You cannot afford to go down because you need to carry. He does switch. I thought that might be the case, but... yeah, I should have called it. I should have just called it. Protect on Umbreon. Struggle Bug plus Psychic. I'm not snarled, so you'd have to... okay, you didn't protect. Okay, we take the kill on Glamora. He does go for the Snarl now. Okay. So I think what I want to do here is I want to protect Volcarona because this is not the one that I want to go down. And we'll just try to get some psychic damage into Basky Legion because we're faster than it with everything anyway. Except for maybe Meowstic. But I think he's going to be targeting Volcarona with Last Respects. Okay, down to 51. We do block Respects. Snarl comes out. That's going to block, and then I need you to kill me, actually. Thank you. Really needed that. Okay. So here's what's going to happen, almost assuredly. He's going to go Protect on Basque, and he's going to Yawn into Superior. However, I'm going to Rage Powder. So I could try to call it, but I think just covering the What If Last Respects play is better. Because I'll hit into Protect, sure. And Volcarona will get Yawned. Yeah, I need to go for coverage. For the What If. Because I just lose if I call it wrong. There we go. That should be the game. Holy crap, man. The difference that Rotom makes. I mean, you're the only one left, so I don't even need to Leech Seed you. Like, I can just keep clicking Leaf... Well, okay, if you're going to PP stall me, which you could, for the sake of that, I'm going to click Leech Seed here. I think you're clicking Protect right here. Oh, I'm running out of time! I didn't see that. Oh, that's a win con. I hope he doesn't see it. Okay, I spent 5 seconds on that, and from now on, I'm just hitting A. Okay, I mean, he either didn't want to win that way, or he didn't notice it. Either way, we take the dub. Whew! That was not a comfortable match. Not at all. But man, we did it. Oh, you have no idea how much, like, the culmination of stress that this was. The first 2 weeks were like, okay, yeah, those are really hard matchups. And, you know, especially in the second week, I didn't figure out the perfect, like, flow chart of how to win the game. But I did at least feel confident. With this, I had zero confidence going into this. But we did it. Very, very good game, OB. You played solid. Like, genuinely, the only big decision you made I disagree with is no Rotom. Well played. I'll talk about it here in a minute. GG's. And that's the game. Man. It's like I said. That was a tough prep. But it was not impossible. Here's something that I think I can learn from this. I need to learn to calm down. And okay, I'm phrasing that a little weird because at the end of the day, I knew that I was gonna be okay. If I lost this game, even if I lost 0-2, I knew that I was gonna ultimately be okay. It was the prep work that was killing me. I just kept preparing and doing everything I could, and I just couldn't beat it. It was so frustrating. But what I need to do is calm down, because you already know that 10 minutes after, even after you lose, you'll be fine. It's not like this is gonna ruin your whole day. So if I know that that's how I'm gonna react, and I trust myself that that is how I will react to a loss, then why am I freaking out, man? I really, I gotta breathe. Like, breathing exercises. This is the takeaway. I mean, I haven't reviewed the VOD yet. I more so just took a few minutes to just breathe after that match and kind of live in that space. But you know, there's some stuff I could learn, I'm sure, if I go back and I watch. There was one time, I don't remember what exactly I did, but I do remember one situation thinking to myself, I predicted this to happen, so why didn't I just, I knew this. I knew it was going to happen this way, and I didn't need to cover for it. If I knew this was going to happen, why did I just, waltz straight into it? I knew you were going to protect. I knew your other side was going to be open, and I just didn't do it. And it wasn't at the end there. It wasn't when I was covering for the last respects, because that absolutely needed to happen, and we saw. He went for it. I was right. I needed to go for it. It was some time earlier in the match, and I don't remember where it was. I knew what was going to happen, so I should have just been like, yep, I know what's happening. I'm going to switch. Or I'm going to do whatever. So, I keep doing this. It's the same mistake I make over and over and over again. I will get this vibe of, I know what's happening here. I know what's going to happen. I know exactly what he's going to do, because it is the thing that makes the most sense to do in this situation. I'm just not going to act on it. Which is crazy. Just shouldn't be that way. But whatever. We know for the future that this is how I act, and it is a thing that I need to get over. So lots of things to learn from this. Once again, very well played from my opponent. It's a good match. You definitely kept me guessing. I wasn't able to just identify everything right from the rip. So, genuinely, it was just, the Basque Legion was the only thing that I was able, the moment you clicked Aquajet, you told me, everything about your set. Everything I needed to know. I didn't necessarily know your item, but I didn't need to know it. Everything else, yeah, I was still guessing. I didn't know what to expect. So, good stuff. Man, awesome match. But we are only just under halfway through the regular season of this league. Next time, we are up against the commissioner of this league, and someone I have made pretty good friends with. We are up against Dr. Grisman and the Star City Spirits. And for a little sneak preview of his team, he didn't pick stuff that he thought would be good. Oh, no. He picked stuff that he thought would be fun and funny. And now I'm scared. So I'll see you for the next one.